All right. Hey now. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on? What's going on?
What it do? We're here with another fucking podcast. I'm here with my brother Chris, my boy Sergio. You remember Sergio from last time. Sergio's a diehard liberal. He loves Joe Biden. He wants everybody to know that, how much he loves
Oh, please tell me you're just playing.
Who doesn't love Joe Biden though? Now, I mean, everybody.
Yeah, you and I.
Everybody loves Joe Biden.
And I love men, yeah. So.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, guys, we got a lot of shit to talk about today. It's a new week. A lot of shit done happen. We got the UFC fight tonight here in a bit, man. I'm gonna make my predictions in a little bit. 7:30 right now, but we're gonna get uploaded tomorrow on
Really
Sunday.
good.
Saturday night, you guys are probably getting chopped up or something. Or,
Yeah, where are you sipping whiskey?
watching the fight,
You brought a bottle of whiskey. What is that bottle? It's Texas
1835.
1835.
1835, come and take it, motherfuckers. To all you liberals.
It's a good bourbon. It's really fucking nice and really fucking smooth. Yeah, really smooth.
Like a Cadillac.
Man, so first, man, we want to talk about this deal that Activision got bought by Microsoft for like $69 billion. It's like the biggest purchase.
Yeah, it's yet to be approved.
Video game.
It's yet to be approved. It's gonna take 18 months from today, I believe. But,
18 months?
Well, yeah, they gotta
shit.
they gotta face the regulations and basically they gotta approve the sale. But I hope it gets blocked because I don't think it's. I think it's. They tried to monopolize the gaming industry.
What games are Activision besides Call of Duty?
Obviously, Call of Duty is the biggest one, but you got.
It's Activision Blizzard too.
No, but it's I believe Activision Blizzard is one studio, but
Right.
But Activision as a whole, yeah, it's the whole.
So it's World of Warcraft and all that shit.
Yeah, Activision Blizzard is I think it's a developer, if I'm not mistaken. But Activision is the publisher as well, right? Mm-hmm. Like Activision is the publisher. You have Infinity Ward as the developer. You have Sledgehammer Games. What else? What's the studio behind the Black Ops series?
Raven.
No, Raven Software. They did the remake for Modern Warfare 1 and 2, but I can't believe I can't remember the studio. They did the Black Ops and War at War, which is still the best one in my opinion. It's because it's Infinity Ward. You got Raven
But like,
Software.
what does this mean? Like, what's what's the point in them buying
Treyarch is the studio. Treyarch.
What's the point in them buying the actual studio? Like, what do they have to gain for like $70 billion?
You already know they spent They bought Bethesda. You know, I want to say they have The Witcher, Wild Hunt, all those games, Oblivion. Even though I don't think none of us played them. I've never played them either.
You played The Witcher before, though, haven't you?
I've never played The Witcher.
Never played The Witcher.
I heard it's good, but I think it's under Bethesda.
Really good show.
The game came out first. Well, it's based on a book actually, but
really good show though.
Book, then
the book, and then a movie,
then a game,
and then the game. I mean, no, the book, the game, and then the show.
Okay.
But they bought it for $7.5 billion, Bethesda. But I'm like, okay, now they're buying out. Buying out all these fucking major studios, but I thought $7.5 billion is a lot of fucking money. But now that they bought, or they're going to buy Activision,
$69 billion, and
in cash.
Yeah, and if for any reason the deal falls through, they back out of the deal. I think it puts like $3 billion down. They have to give them $3 billion if they back out of the deal.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if y'all heard the whole recent sexual allegations against Activision Blizzard, the whole sexual misconduct. They have a frat boy culture allegedly. The state of California, of course, a fucking liberal state, suing the studio Activision Blizzard for sexual misconduct and sexual harassment.
No shit.
So apparently, allegedly, they have a history of I don't know. I guess sexual harassment, but what is sexual harassment? Like
right. You can't even give a compliment to a girl nowadays without being flagged for sexually harassed. I mean, and then they wonder why. I'm not sexist. But they wonder why, dude. They fucking the pay gap, because nobody wants to work with women whenever you have to walk on eggshells. Our country's already fucking being so sensitive, but you have to walk on eggshells, especially around girls, especially around females.
Yeah, so they're alleging that they have more men working, of course, and then they're alleging that the pay difference, men make more than women, even though they do the same work.
Well, it's not exactly the same work, because if you take two, like a man and a woman, they have the exact same job duties and the exact same job title. It's not that the man makes more money than the woman. It's like that the men are making up 90% of like the CEOs and the corporate offices and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if you look at the nurse and the nursing, for example, or the physicians, that field of work, it's like 20-1 women to men. So it's not.
Well, you mentioned the pay. It's like you want to work in the medical field. You're going to be a nurse. A woman takes a nurse job.
Right, which is actually 20-1.
Yeah, but then you
female to male ratio.
Well, I mean, if you want to make as much as a doctor, why don't you become a doctor?
But there's plenty of women doctors. But plenty of women more nurses. And
there's
stuff.
more female nurses than doctors. We know that across the country, and then you want to demand equal pay. But hey, maybe because you chose to be a nurse, you didn't choose to be a doctor. But typically, if you look at the data, like women doctors, they tend to make a little bit more than men, because they're more attentive to patients. They did a study like that women are more attentive
because women have
patients.
Women have that maternal instinct about them. You know what I mean? They're born with it's in their DNA. They're more maternal than men. They're more.
But what if I want to be maternal?
And caring.
What if I want to be that way? What if I want to have a baby? In this day and age, well, if a woman, if men could if men could have muscles, then so can I. So I want to compete in demands. Okay, cool. What if I want to have a baby? I have a right to have a baby. I'm a man.
Right.
You can have a baby. Let's even the odds. I wanna have a baby, and I'm a man.
Well, this is
that. You see how absurd that sounds?
Like, right.
How ridiculous
the world is. It works different, man. It works very different. Imagine, right? Just imagine, y'all saw that R. Kelly shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
right?
The documentary.
I mean, R. Kelly.
You talking about documentary on Netflix?
Yeah.
He's
a piece of shit, right?
You're right.
They're making a second season, by the way,
but reverse,
pedophile,
right?
man.
Put it in reverse. Imagine if Scarlett Johansson had these fucking 17-year-olds locked up in her fucking house and was like fucking them all day.
I don't think it'll be as big of an alert.
That sounds like a good time. Sign me up.
It's a dream come true,
right?
Yeah.
That's just the way the world works.
I mean, you they wanna, and then they wonder why men are so perverted. I'm like, well, in the Black Widow movie, which good movie by the way. I mean, because of Scarlett Johansson.
Decent movie.
I just watched it because of Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
I think all of us did, but and then you wonder why women get offended. Oh my God, man, I'm so perfect. I'm like, well, the director fucking zoomed on her ass at her trailer. I'm like,
wasn't the director for Black Widow a female?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she liked that. She has a nice ass, but
women
you literally throw it in our face.
So women can be sexually harassed by other women, and it's not a big deal. You think?
I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess.
Right. That's the way the world. That's like I said. That's the way the world works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Scarlett Johansson came to you and said, "Let's fuck," you could file sexual harassment.
Right.
But
absolutely.
Would you? Of course not.
You must be fucking stupid. You must be gay. You must be gay. Right?
But if you do it, reverse it, and fucking
Harvey Weinstein. I mean, for example, Harvey Weinstein.
You know who that is?
Yeah, he knows who Harvey Weinstein is. He's like the head of the Weinstein.
Was the Weinstein Company?
The Weinstein Company.
Yeah, I saw a documentary on that.
Which that's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
The way he did. I mean, obviously the dude was ugly, right?
Absolutely fucking horrible, hideous.
I mean, I'm not saying we're the most good looking men out there, but the dude wasn't a good looking guy.
No. Absolutely horrible looking.
But he did use his status. His power to coerce into females, but this is my argument. Like I had a discussion with my sisters about this. Like they demonize him. Cool, yeah, whatever he did, he's a fucking pervert. I think we all agree on that.
Right. He's a piece of shit.
But this is my thing. So I asked my sister, would you fucking sleep with this guy or many guys to get the job you want to? No, I have self-respect. Good. Tell it to those other girls that did it.
They did it.
Now you want to complain.
They did it.
Like you are who you are because of him. But the extent that you're willing to go to have that fame, so you got yourself to blame. You could have said no. A lot of girls did say no.
Cardi B.
A lot of girls did say no.
You remember when that movie Hustlers came out with Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
Cardi B literally came out. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a decent movie.
Tell me you seen it.
True story. with J-Lo whenever she's a stripper.
No, I only seen one scene.
Okay.
The best scene when she was up in that toe.
Man, that
One scene.
that was a great scene.
I think I rewatched it for like I kept on rewinding on the streaming like
It's on
10
Hulu
times.
right now. I watched it a couple weeks ago.
So anyways,
Just that scene.
Cardi B actually admitted to drugging guys and,
I remember that.
putting them to sleep and then taking their money, taking their wallet, taking their watches.
And they applauded her.
They applauded her. They said, girl, you go, girl, you brave. You know, they deserve that shit.
But if a guy
did it to girls and just raped them or whatever like that, then obviously the guy would face severe punishment.
Like whenever Trump,
Cardi B
when they accused Trump, if you remember, when they accused Trump and when he was running.
He said that too. Grab her by the pussy. I would wake up and grab her by the pussy.
Yeah, I mean, he got so much. Oh my God, the media just when he's a sexist, he's a perv, he's a piece of shit. And the worst part of it all, a lot of dudes were accusing him of the same thing. I'm like, you're a fucking hypocrite, dude. Like, you never said anything about a female. Like, you never talked to your boys whenever you banged up old girl, whenever you cheated on your wife the night before. You're a fucking hypocrite just because you don't like the guy. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
And Trump said it best. He just said, "Hey, that's locker room talk."
It is locker room talk because guys talk about that shit all the fucking time.
He said it's locker room talk.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That's my boy. That's your boy.
He keeps it real. I mean,
Trump's just a realistic guy. He ain't trying to. He just shut everybody off. Like, yeah, it's locker room talk. Like, what you want me to say?
Yeah, I mean, look at Bill Clinton. He's a fucking Democrat, right?
Well, back then the Democrats were not crazy.
Different. Right.
They weren't stupid.
Right. Well, that's arguable, man. That's neither here nor there. But think about the shit with Monica Lewinsky. She never filed charges against him, right? Because it was all consensual, right? She sucked his dick under the Oval Office desk. He used to bang up. He likes young girls. He been to Epstein Island multiple times. Along with Bill Gates and those rich, powerful, famous people, stuff like that. They've been to Epstein Island, which there's definitely more than one Epstein Island out there. That's well documented. But I mean, can you blame him? Look at his fucking wife. Look at bitch Hillary. Look at Hillary Clinton. I mean, Crooked Hillary. Who would want to bang that? Seriously, she's fucking ugly. She's an old evil hag, and she's a fucking cunt.
Well, in the 90s, I don't think she wasn't as that bad looking. I would say. I mean, she wasn't ugly, but she wasn't pretty. I mean,
but she's ugly on the inside and on the outside.
Oh yeah,
she's ugly both sides.
Well, hence that's why they gave her the nickname. Crooked Hillary. Inside and out. Inside
and out, she's crooked, dude, and she might have been the one to put the hit out on Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, he definitely did not kill himself. We've all,
Well, it's funny. The first person who publicly said it was actually Trump. He's like, I don't believe he killed himself. I think
he did not kill himself.
Trump said that.
Right. Trump
as the president.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I think Trump has been on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein though too. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But
he's been photographed with him. I'm not sure if he actually went.
He's been photographed with a lot of people,
right?
Among liberal artists,
billionaires. They're all billionaires.
But back to the Activision thing.
How the fuck do we get off
topic? No, well, we were talking about the Activision Blizzard. I don't think you knew about this, but about the sexual harassment because they have a. They're asking the CEO, Bobby Kotick, I want to say that's his last name, the CEO of Activision to step down. So they're speculating that he's going to lose his job as soon as they acquire Activision. But the whole point is, it's funny how this happened. They have a lot of heat. Activision has a lot of heat, and now Microsoft comes in and saves the day, right? I think that's the main reason why they're selling, because of the heat. Take it away. It's the right time, But what I think about everybody has that question, is PlayStation in trouble?
Right. What does it mean for the PS5 player? Excuse me. Are they still gonna be able to play Call of Duty and these games?
They're debating. They're saying that the free to play game like Warzone, they're gonna remain, but future releases after 2023. Or 2024.
They're not going to be able to be played on PlayStation?
Well, they're speculating that it's all going to be exclusive. I mean, they're like, Microsoft spent $69 billion. They want their money returned.
Right.
But in a business sense, I mean, why? You have that large... Sony has a larger install base. We know that. They have a larger install base. They have a rich history. You have people that... We're going through a pandemic. People don't have jobs, and they spend their hard-earned cash on a console, which... A lot of them chose to have a PlayStation 5. So I don't think that's a good message. Just to play Call of Duty, I need to buy an Xbox. I just got a PlayStation. I want to play Call of Duty on my PlayStation.
Right.
The bullshit, you know.
Yeah. Spend $500-$600 on a new console just for one
game.
You're
gonna spend another $400 to $500 on another console just to play Call of Duty.
One game.
So I think they're either gonna.
You're a Microsoft fan or is Sony?
Sony. We all are Sony.
We're all Sony here. I mean, I think we all. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I like Microsoft too. I mean,
but my thing.
Who's richer?
Right now,
Microsoft, because Microsoft they
just passed them up. Sony was worth more than them.
Sony is worth. Last I checked, we need to look it up, but I think they were worth.
I don't know how much they were.
Close to 100 billion, I think.
I think more than that, but
you think they're worth more than that?
I think they're worth more than that.
As of right now,
but since the acquisition or the announcement of them acquiring Activision, like 3 days ago, right? Right. They passed up Sony, so now they're worth more.
Than stocks.
They went up like 24%, and then Sony's went down like 17, 18%. Yeah, but
they rebounded though.
Well, not yet. They're going to, but they haven't. I think
they rebounded like 3-4% or something like that out of the 10%, because they took a 10% dive. I want to say.
I'm not sure, but I know number one is like the company that made Fortnite is like Epic, and then that's like number one, and then it's like Microsoft, and then Sony. I believe it goes in that order.
Well, Microsoft have, Sony obviously they have their electronic division, but they also have their console division. But what I think about this acquisition, I'm not a fan. Even if Sony were to do it, I wouldn't be a fan of it because it's not good for the ecosystem.
Sony were to do what?
If Sony were to buy Activision, I don't think that's good because Sony's not known for that. What they do, they've always invested in independent studios and then make these studios into AAA developers. Mm-hmm. That's what they're and they still betting on that. That hasn't changed. So, hopefully
Sony might buy EA.
Well, I don't think that's not going to be their answer. I think what they're going to do, if Sony does what they've always been doing since the PlayStation 1, and if I'm sure you know your history, how the PlayStation was born because of Nintendo. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you knew this. They were to team up with Nintendo to make their games disc, and Sony was going to team up with Nintendo. But I
didn't know that. I remember the 64 came out around the same time as the PlayStation.
Well, yeah, right? they were before the 64. They made an agreement with Sony to because Sony had just, if I'm not mistaken, they were the first ones to come out with the compact discs. It was Sony.
They were. Nintendo 64 had the fucking plastic.
Yeah, so thing. They made an agreement. You're talking about the 93, 94, I want to say. They approached Nintendo. Hey, we want to make your games disc, and we want to make a partnership. And Nintendo agreed. Cool, yeah, we'll make a. They made a prototype which they found recently. They sold for millions of dollars, by the way. That the Nintendo Nintendo Sony. I think it was Nintendo.
A console?
Yeah, Nintendo Sony console, but with Sony's name with the disc in it. The disc
right. It's just they're both Japanese companies.
Yeah, they're both Japanese companies. So what Nintendo did was at E3, I want to say 93, E3 94, Nintendo announced that they were teaming up with Philips instead for the CDs. I guess they had a better deal, and that they backstopped Sony. They were humiliated, like, what the hell? So what they did, the CEO of Sony at the time, he said, you know what? We're going to get into the hardware business. I want the console, and I wanted to beat Nintendo. And sure enough, they did.
They did.
That's where the PlayStation was born.
100%.
What happened to Sega?
Oh man, that's a whole different topic there, man.
I never looked it up. Well, I don't know the history behind it.
The Sega Dreamcast. Yeah. For those of you who grew up, the Sega Dreamcast had for 1 year it was on the market. It had that's where the NFL 2K series was born.
NFL 2K?
It was born on the Sega Dreamcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Fantasy Star Online was born on the Dreamcast. A lot of games. The Crazy Taxi was on there, man.
Crazy Taxi.
That was born
Crazy
on the
Taxi. Remember that shit?
But that's a whole different ballgame. The PlayStation 2 literally killed Sega license to manufacture consoles. So they just do games now. They just publish games. Yeah, the PlayStation 2 just literally killed them as soon as
them up.
But the Sega Dreamcast is a hell of a console. It was ahead of its time. First online console, by the way. But anyways, what were we talking about, Gabe? Back to the topic.
Activision.
Yeah, but if Sony, I think Sony is gonna if knowing Sony, they're gonna come out. They're gonna be forced to develop their own first person shooter that's gonna compete with
exclusive, like a PlayStation exclusive.
Yes. They have to, because this should breed innovation. I mean, competition. When Sony is cornered, and when they're cornered, they're known to rebound. You know, they get creative. And I mean, look at the PS3 era. If y'all remember, Xbox was killing PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. You know,
oh, it was, man.
It was, but until they came back, they came out with Uncharted.
And you heard
they came out with The Last of Us.
Xbox 360 was very good.
PlayStation 3, the Dark Souls games genres was born in the PlayStation 3.
One thing that I do like that Microsoft is doing is they retired manufacturing any more Xbox Ones to focus on Xbox Series X. And you know what PlayStation's doing? The opposite. They're
because of the demand.
Yeah. So they're making more PS4s because they can't keep up with the demand of PS5. So
too many people are buying PlayStations.
But why are you gonna increase production on PS4s?
No, they say for the time being
Xbox. Microsoft already said that they're not making no more Xbox Ones.
So people are forced to buy the.
They stopped production on Xbox Ones.
But you know why they're doing it?
To increase productions for the Xbox Series X. But Sony is doing the opposite. They're increasing production on the PS4s.
No, but the reason why they're doing that is because Sony could afford it. Microsoft can't, because they're not selling enough consoles.
Well, you know, at first
they're not selling enough consoles like they want to.
You know, at first, PlayStation was actually losing money per system made.
It gets profitable throughout time.
Yeah, so exactly. So it cost about Sony at the beginning. It would cost them about $600 to make a PS4 console, just everything included. And they would sell it for about $500. They would lose $100.
What the fuck?
It would cost them money.
Shit.
And they'll sell it because they would actually 400. And because they know over time you're gonna buy the PlayStation Plus and software and
software sales.
Exactly.
So Sony still banks in their
but the cost of that's crazy.
But if you look at the reason is because they're not selling enough Xbox as it is, and then you have the global chip shortage. So Sony. There's such a high demand for the PS5s
they're not selling enough Xbox Series X.
They're not. No, that PlayStation.
They're sold out everywhere. You can't even find it right now.
PlayStation 5 are selling out 2-1 to Xbox. In case if you haven't looked at the numbers.
No, I have not.
Microsoft, they don't even like releasing their numbers because it sends a bad message. Well, no one's buying a Xbox. I think I'm just gonna buy a PS5 because everybody's buying a PS5. That's word of mouth, so that they don't release their numbers. Sony does. I think they already sold 10 million.
I'm not gonna lie.
10 million units.
I'm not gonna lie.
PlayStation 5s.
I was a big Xbox. I mean, I still like Xbox, but I was a big Xbox over PS4 for so long, and then I got a PS4. I got PS4 for a single game because they had the PlayStation exclusives. I said,
was
man,
it
Uncharted, and the Spider-Man game. I was like, man, dude, they have PlayStation exclusive games. God of War,
and they own them.
The Last of Us,
they own them.
They own them. I mean, think about
fucking game.
You know, what the fuck does Xbox have? Halo and Gears of War, and Gears of War is the same copy and paste. So is fucking Halo. Copy and paste. They're fucking the same shit, dude. What other Xbox exclusive games
why do you think
can compete with The Last of Us? You got God of War, you got Spider-Man, you got Uncharted series.
And you know what? Sony's smart to.
And there's
Sony
more. I'm sure
owns
there's more.
the right to distribute Spider-Man in movies and in video games.
And Spider-Man, of course.
They own the rights.
Remember back in the day, fucking Grand Theft Auto was only on PlayStation?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, Rockstar Games.
Was it?
You don't remember that?
It was
on PlayStation 2.
It was only on PlayStation 2.
Man, you don't remember the commercials,
Dude, I was third grade at the time.
Remember the commercials? Tell me you remember the commercials for San Andreas.
Fuck yeah.
I remember those. They had the song
Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the Jungle.
By Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, yeah.
And then the old school logos, live in your world, play in ours. Mm-hmm. And then, the commercial went out now on PlayStation 2. That's all you would hear.
I'm going to do you one before that. Remember the Vice City one? A flock of seagulls. I ran so far away.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's what got me into 80s pop music.
That's what got people into PlayStation.
And it got me, whenever San Andreas came out, it got us into the West Coast classics like Dr. Dre, NWA, Eazy-E, Ice Cube.
Because Ryder looked like fucking Eazy-E.
He was Eazy-E. I don't give a shit what nobody says.
Was, yeah.
Yeah, Ryder was based on Eazy-E. But I'm sure there was more guys.
He's even short on the game.
For sure, yeah.
They made comments
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they call them like midget and shit.
Man, remember
Oh yeah, you played it.
We used to, man.
The
Dude,
remastered.
You used to just fuck around in that fucking. I wouldn't even do the mission. I would just fuck around, run over people, and fuck prostitutes
for hours.
Dude, remember you used to go to the gym, get swole?
Yeah.
And then you go to your lowrider, you pimp it out, and you put nitro on that motherfucker.
And you can go to the damn fast food spot and eat a shitload of burgers. You get fat, and then you throw up if you eat too much. That
fucking game was the shit, man.
That's my favorite.
You break in people's houses and shit. Remember that?
Yeah,
you get into a fucking van and you go and.
Oh, remember the tagging?
Oh yeah.
We used to tag over the other.
You can also like acquire gang members and go fuck up the other people's territory.
That's the greatest GTA.
They didn't have a respect meter.
It was Grove Street versus the Ballas.
They had a respect meter?
Did it have a respect meter?
Yeah, it had a respect
The
meter.
more people you fucked up, the higher respect you get. Mm-hmm. It's like the game encouraged you to be more of a gangster. Kill more people.
Yeah, kill more people, you get more respect.
that remains my favorite game of all time for the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Obviously it's outdated, but it man, dude.
It's outdated, of course, but GTA 5 is still. I mean, when the fuck are they gonna release GTA 6? It's been fucking 10 years.
No, they're
been 10 years.
It's on development.
They keep
it's rumored to
updating.
be in Houston.
Have y'all
You know they rebooted like 3-4 times already
that Dr. Dre shit? Have you checked it out?
What
on GTA 5?
I sent y'all a fucking video the other day. Did you see
I forgot to watch that
Tupac?
damn clip.
I didn't see it, bro.
Tupac's on there.
On what?
He's in the fucking studio with Eminem and Dr. Dre and shit.
Eminem.
Yeah, dude. I think that's Eminem. That's what it was saying on the comments.
I don't think Eminem ever met Tupac.
No, but that's how the story is.
On
They,
GTA 5 is what he's saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That Dr. Dre, the contract. I sent y'all a video. And motherfuckers don't watch shit.
I watched
Dude,
the
I
other
was
one
at
you
work,
sent me
man.
of the Ghetto Boys.
Dude, Tupac, he's in the studio and he's digging. He's fucking dissing the fuck out of Biggie, right? And it's a song that I've never heard.
Man,
it's
I
weird.
could pull it up right now, but y'all don't have headphones on. Y'all won't be able to hear it. I could pull it up though, but I mean,
If you want, it's up to you.
yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
But back what we were saying about the Activision thing, where I think we need to talk about like how they what do I think how it's going to impact the industry, because personally I don't like this. You heard of Jeff Keighley? He's a respected. I want to say he's like a journalist for the industry. Like he's very good friends with Hideo Kojima. You know who Hideo Kojima is? Really, man? The Metal Gear Solid creator?
Okay, I know Metal Gear Solid.
He's the guy who made the PT demo. Tell me you guys played the PT demo.
Nope.
On the PlayStation 4. You don't remember the demo where you're in the hallway?
No.
You never played it. I could have sworn you did. You never heard of the PT demo? The Silent Hills remake.
Okay, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah. This motherfucker took me to his house one day.
Oh
yeah. We got fucking
the game that
stoned.
never
We
got released.
We got fucking. Tell him.
He got high as fuck, right? And we were playing this demo that he was talking about, and it's creepy.
It's like an unreleased.
It fucked you up, didn't it?
It is really fucking creepy.
Is it the VR one or no?
No, bro.
No,
this is back in 2014, bro.
It's very fucking freaky.
Excuse me.
It's weird.
Oh shit.
It was gonna feature Norman Reedus.
So what happened? They canceled it or what?
Yeah. Oh man, that was like this. Yeah, they canceled it.
2014.
They fucking canceled that
Dude,
shit. It looked
why?
bad.
It was being developed by Hideo Kojima, the Metal Gear Solid creator, in partnership with Guillermo del Toro, which is a Hollywood filmmaker, Mexican Hollywood filmmaker, horror filmmaker.
Yeah, I know Guillermo del Toro.
And Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead was gonna star. So
It looked like it was gonna be a goddamn great game.
I remember.
man.
I have a video. I recorded him. He got so fucking. There was a jump scare. He's like, "Oh shit!" He jumped back on my chair.
Yeah,
is it
man.
scary or jump scares? Is it
No,
scary game?
it's not jump scares. It's just it's a scary fucking demo.
How's that Resident Evil game? That new one.
I like it. It's a really.
You already
to
played
me,
Village?
To me, that's the game of the year.
I got the platinum.
It won Game of the Year.
It did.
It did.
That's
it
the
did.
fucking best.
It won.
It's been a shitty game for you. Like a shitty year for games.
I got the platinum, guys. It was fucking hard.
Was it IGN Game of the Year? I'm not sure it was.
Fuck. Well, IGN is unofficial, but I think
I'm
it
not.
did get Game of the
I'm
Year.
not sure who gave it Game of the Year, but I know it won Game of the Year on
Yeah, it deserves it. It was a really
Honestly,
good game.
Capcom is still doing it right.
Is it the best Resident Evil game?
No, I think the best one's still Resident Evil 4. Tell me you played it.
No, Biohazard's the best one.
You never played Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was.
I got the remake.
I don't like the way the controls are, man.
Dude, but that's
the controls
the
are
thing.
fucking weird.
No.
I got the updated version. I can let you borrow it.
It's not hard. Like if you push up, you go fucking down and.
No. It's not inverted.
No. So back then,
it was inverted, right?
By the way,
I hate that shit.
No, I think because originally it came out of the GameCube. I don't know if you guys remember.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I still have the collector's edition from GameStop when the 2005 release of because it was exclusive to the GameCube. So I think back then to aim, you press the right trigger, right, like to aim, and you can't move and shoot. Like I think you know that already. And like to move the cursor was with the left stick instead of the right one. And to shoot was with the A button.
Oh yeah, that's fucking crazy. But it's not like that now though. It's not like that. I got on PS4. I got on PS4.
Yeah, no, the PS4 version. I actually have it too. Well, my brother has it. It's the HD remake with updated controls.
Yes.
Just like the Resident Evil collection, the Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1. They have the updated controls because back then it was tank controls, man. But that's what made the game. That's what made the game more challenging back then. This is pre-Call of Duty era, by the way.
So is it better like gameplay wise, or is it better story wise, or both?
Resident Evil 4? No, yes. I think. Well, I mean, if you guys never played the original Resident Evil.
I played it. I didn't like it.
The original Resident Evil.
The first Resident Evil. That's the game that started it all.
Right.
You didn't like it?
Yeah, dude, I don't like the controls.
When did you play it?
I don't know. I played it as a kid.
It's free on.
I played it as a kid, and then I went back and tried to fucking like it a couple years later, and I hated it.
On the PlayStation 4, you played it?
Oh no.
On what?
Whenever it came out, what was it?
The original PlayStation.
Yeah, it was PlayStation 1.
I mean, that game was
at the time I hated it.
I think back then it was catered more to the. So first of all, come on the PlayStation. Back then, the PlayStation was catered to teenagers and adults. So we were kids,
right. We were
obviously
young.
We didn't get it, but if you were a teenager and adult,
10 years
oh my
old.
god, that was the shit, right? So, but I actually have the game on the PlayStation 4 on disc with updated controls.
Resident Evil number 1.
So the controls are
updated. They're updated
on Resident Evil 1.
It's the Resident Evil HD collection, Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1.
Oh no shit! So they have all the entire.
No, it's just so look. Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 came out. So Resident Evil 1 came out on the PlayStation 1 back in '96. They remade it for the GameCube when the GameCube came out in 2001. And honestly, if you could pull up videos, it still looks good till today for a GameCube game. It still looks good. It looks even better in HD. So, anyways, Resident Evil 4 is the best one because back then.
What about number 2?
It had the fixed camera angles. Yeah, I remember that, right? Like Resident Evil 4 was actually a lot of people don't know this, but it actually revitalized the third-person genre, the third-person shooter, because back then there weren't a lot of third-person shooters per se. It wasn't as commercialized back in 2005. So Capcom, or Shinji Mikami, the Resident Evil creator, he made the first Resident Evil, and then he didn't work on it until Resident Evil 4. So they were going to continue the trend, but they felt that he felt like this is just getting winding down already. This is already almost 10 years. It's the same game mechanics. We got to change it up. So it was his idea to put the camera behind the shoulder of Leon. And basically it's the same controls, except the camera's going to be behind you. So
it's like you're more zoomed in.
Yeah.
Right?
So have you seen the new movie? The new Resident Evil movie?
I heard it's garbage.
I heard the same thing. You saw it? No. But I'm surprised.
A fucking joke.
I'm surprised you haven't went to the theater to go see it.
No. I'm such a.
You're gonna watch it though, right?
I'm such a hard fan of the series.
You're gonna watch it though, right?
No, I'm not.
You're not gonna watch it?
No, whenever I trust the user feedback.
Right.
So whenever the comments and a Metacritic is a 3.2 from the users. They're basically saying if you're a fan of the game, just stay away because you're gonna be pissed.
You're shaking your camera.
And they're making a Ghost of Tsushima movie too. You heard about that?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to that.
Ghost of Tsushima what?
Movie.
A movie? No shit.
That's a goddamn beautiful video game.
So that was what?
Hey, you beat it?
Yeah.
It's a good fucking game.
Was that?
Fuck yeah.
Was that 2019 or 2020? The game came out.
2019.
20.
20.
Had to be 19.
I could be wrong.
At the end of 2019. No, I'm sorry. 2020.
It came out whenever
it was 2020.
2020.
Last of Us Part 2 came out.
Now, Last of Us Part 2, don't get me started. Man.
So, wait.
A lot of people thought Ghost of Tsushima should have won Game of the Year.
I personally agree.
I think,
That game should have.
I'm telling you, Gabe, it's so fucking good.
So what's better? No. The Resident Evil game or the Ghost? Because Resident Evil came out in 2020.
You can't compare.
It came out in 2021.
2020.
No. Resident Evil.
Oh yeah,
2021. And then Ghost of Tsushima was in 2020. Okay, so it's a year.
The Last of Us, of course, being a liberal game, it won Game of the Year from the critics. But a lot of people felt it should have been Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, in a few categories, what would or in a few words, what about The Last of Us 2 is liberal?
Well, number one, fucking Abby, swole ass bitch, you know.
But it's
but that's the thing. They're smart. Naughty Dog is smart, and just so y'all know, Naughty Dog is not the same studio. The Uncharted when the first Last of Us came out, is not the same studio. Everybody left. Just so y'all know, it's just a name now to me, because they disappointed me. They disappointed their fan base. I think they disappointed the whole fucking world.
So Naughty Dog it's
not the same studio.
But they're responsible for Uncharted and The Last of Us and what other games?
But those people, they're not the creative team behind Uncharted, the creator of Uncharted, Amy Hennig, which is a female, by the way, and someone that I actually admire. You know, they're no longer there because of this piece of shit Neil Druckmann after he created The Last of Us. So he let his ego get the best of him. So, but anyways,
that game, man,
it's a liberal game because.
Okay, let me ask you, what makes it liberal?
Well, number one, they had a liberal agenda. If you guys didn't play the game, which I know you did, but those of you who didn't, Abby, when the leaks came out,
we all thought she was transgender. We thought she was transgender.
Didn't
deny or confirm.
Didn't deny it or confirm.
Right.
So they knew what they were doing. They wanted to cater to the fucking Twitter mob, to all these pansies. Oh my God, the first transgender video game character. Yeah, and she killed Joel. Yeah, she's our hero. That's the message that they promoted. And if you play the game, that's still the message. And which a lot of people didn't like.
But she's not a transgender, though.
No.
It turns out she's not, but
that probably enraged the fucking alphabet mob.
Exactly. So, but not only that, though, if you remember you're protecting the Orientals that fled that cult?
Yeah.
So do you know why they fled?
Man, it's been too long.
Well, one of them is called Lev, I want to say. Mm-hmm. Turns out that she's a transgender. And the cult found out, and obviously they wanted to kill him.
So they do. Yeah. I do remember.
So they do have a transgender in the game.
Yes. So I personally feel insulted. Because
how many times did you beat the game?
Is it a fact?
I actually played it twice.
Okay, so you beat it twice.
Yeah.
Start to finish.
I played it twice.
You had to get the platinum.
Yeah, I had to. Honestly, I wouldn't have, but I did it just so people won't tell me, well, you never played the game. No, I played the game, and I'm going to judge it based on what I played. So
let me ask you this, Sergio. Why are they trying to cater to this small percentage of people? Because you have the LGBT people, right?
LGBTQ,
which is gay, the gay community, right? I'm gonna just call it the gay community. They're a small portion of the population.
We know that.
And then the transgenders are even a smaller fraction of that.
Correct. That's correct.
So why is everybody trying to cater to that very small fraction of the percentage of the population?
Because they dictate the nowadays Twitter, Instagram, all that. It's all liberal. We all know that. I mean, it's no conspiracy theory. We all know that. And if you say something that they don't like, they'll report you, flag you, and then you get banned. I mean, goddamn it, they banned the president of the United States. Mm-hmm. So anyways, if they could ban the president, they could ban you. So Hollywood, the video game industry, they all basically they look at social media. Social media has become too powerful that they look at that, and the small minority that complains blows out proportion. So these investors, executives, they like, okay, we got to cater to this because it's going to hurt our sales. Mm-hmm. It's going to hurt our sales. So they go based off that. But if you look at the numbers, name one good movie. Like, for example, The Matrix flopped. They lost $100 million.
Wow.
Because of their agenda.
Right. The budget was
yes. Look at Ghostbusters with the reboot with all females. It went nowhere. They had to remake it again, which was good and it was profitable. So when is Hollywood gonna get the message that people are getting tired of shoving your agenda onto there? Not everybody has a Twitter. You still have a huge fan base that can't stand Twitter. You have a huge fan base that they just can't tolerate you shoving your ideas onto their throats, man. I mean, so that's what I think. To answer your question,
right?
They're scared.
Let me ask you this:
they're going to lose sales because of that.
Why are people in this generation more sensitive than people from the past generations? What do you think, Chris? Why are people from this generation? What are we, Z right now? Why are they more sensitive than people from prior
social media?
You think social media made them more sensitive? Okay. What about social media? Do you think it's because of
they promote it?
You think so?
Yeah. 100%.
So you think so? Do you think it's the big corporations that are promoting? I don't know how to say it. More open-mindedness, I guess you would say, like, to make people more sensitive, or like, why is people getting their feelings hurt? Why is everything offensive to everybody nowadays?
Well, to be honest, they're all pussies, man.
So that's the last podcast.
I fucking agree. I fucking agree.
The way they grow up is looking at a fucking screen.
Let me ask you this:
time. They don't go outside and play football, and
so you
they're
think
not out there facing the world?
So do you think it's social media, or do you think it's parenting?
Both.
Social media, I think.
Both.
You think it's more social media, and you think it's both?
Well, if the parent allows a fucking kid to get on social media at such a young age, then maybe both. Yeah.
Where did it?
Agree.
But you know what sucks about that? Like you guys are parents, right? But if let's just say you really limit the cell phone usage from your kids, right? When they go to school, they're gonna look like the weird guy because it's a trend. Like, oh, did you hear what happened on Twitter? This and that. I mean, they're kids, right? Like, you're gonna be looked at as the outcast, the weird guy, for not
being in the loop,
not being in the circle, in the social circle. And right now, being in a social circle, you gotta have a phone. You gotta know this. You gotta know the slangs, and it sucks because either way, you're gonna damage your kid. Like that's why I think big tech and social media it's not good for you, man. Too much of it is not good for you.
Too much is not. Absolutely. I know. I agree.
We used to play video games as a kid, but we still play outside. But yeah,
we didn't have internet too, though.
I would blame more the parents because, and hear me out, because the parents dictate what the child can see and what they can't see. They, say, you could watch this. Oh yeah, you could play with dolls. Oh yeah, you could wear pink. Oh yeah, you could do this stuff. No. You know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's okay for a boy to like a boy. It's okay for a girl to like a boy. It's okay if you want to dress up like a girl. You can be whatever you want to be. Opposite gender.
And that's supposed to be positive.
They have over 1,000 different pronouns. You know what I mean? They have people identifying literally as fairies, as pixies, as people identifying as different, animals.
So you mentioned earlier that they're passed a law in Canada, and even they have actually
they're mandating
universities too. Here, universities where you gotta.
It's all about the universities, man. They're mandating pronouns. So you have to use pronouns or else you get fired.
That suppresses your
what the fuck?
Your freedom of speech.
What did you say?
The universities are mandating, and we're not too far behind Canada. It's actually against the law to identify someone or call someone out of their preferred pronouns.
No shit.
Yep.
What the fuck?
So if I tell you, you have to identify. I believe I'm an earthworm. And I identify as an earthworm. If you identify me as anything else besides an earthworm, you can go to jail, get a fine, all that shit. I can sue you.
But you see how damaging that is to society.
It's a joke. Absolutely. It's
back.
Yeah, which brings me to my next.
You want to pause it while he?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We can go.
Go burn one.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're back. Okay, I got another question for you guys. Do you think there's limitations on free speech?
Absolutely.
Why do you think there's limitations on free speech? And why? Because obviously freedom of speech is part of the Constitution.
It's
a right.
It's the First Amendment.
Okay, it's part of the it is the First Amendment.
That's the very.
So why do you think there's so many limitations, so much red tape around free speech nowadays?
Because people just get their fucking feelings hurt.
Right, which brings us to our earlier point. That this generation is more sensitive.
You'll get canceled.
Yeah, you get canceled.
But this is my thing. Like they by them doing that, by them canceling you, banning you, they feel empowered. They feel good about it. Hey, I run this show, and I could say, if I don't like it, you don't gotta say it. It's power. It's control. It's what it is. I mean, people think it's a conspiracy theory, man, but the government, or at least the left side of the government, they want to censor you. They wanna control your life.
To me, it's
a power grab.
Contradiction. It's contradictory because they're so open-minded, but at the same time, they don't want people to have their own thoughts. Which brings me to another question. If everyone spoke their mind, do you think the world would be a better place? If everybody spoke their mind, do you think the world would be a better place?
Yeah.
It was at one point.
You should never censor yourself. I don't think.
Should never hold back.
Yeah, man. I mean,
there's people forget the reason why we even have freedom of speech. People don't know their history. They're twisting history. Universities are turning their students to hate their country and their historic figures. You know, these are people that spent months debating on what rights we should have because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. That's what it is. The freedom of speech is the supreme law of the land. It's unalienable rights. It's our God-given rights.
You always hear the term, especially whenever you're growing up, oh, it's a free country. But really, in reality, it's not a free country at all. There's taxes up the ass. Property taxes, sales taxes, federal taxes, state taxes.
Did you hear about the Cash App taxing?
Yes, even Cash App.
I fucking deleted it off my phone as soon as I heard about
over
that shit.
$10, if you receive $10, you have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, man. That's fucking bullshit.
That's part of the Constitution. I mean, we have to pay our taxes.
So it's not a free country. Even if you say anything, you're gonna end up paying for it.
But what they mean, the framers. I mean, have any of y'all read the Constitution?
I've read before, but it's been years since I've read the Constitution.
So I've read it. I actually, when I was in college, I took government, and Texas government. You have to read it, right? And so if you read it, the language of it is what they mean by free is not the money. It's the freedom to be who you want to be. As long as you don't break the laws, you have these free rights. This is a free country. You could go state to state for free. You could be who you want for free. You could start on business if you want. You could be whoever you want to be. You want to be a fucking bum, that's on you. You want to be a successful business owner, that's on you. Kudos to you. This country gives you the ability to that. As long as you pay your cut of the taxes, and so that's what they mean by freedom. The freedom to express your mind, your freedom to exercise your religion. As long as you don't break the law, you have these rights. And if you read the Constitution, it basically states, you have rights up until you break the law.
What do you think the founding fathers would say in about today's society? Because obviously it is a flawed structure of government. There's no government in the world.
I don't think it's flawed.
You don't think it's flawed?
No, I don't think that Constitution is flawed. I think
I'm not talking about the Constitution in particular. I'm talking about today's structure of the government. Of course, it's flawed. It's not perfect.
Oh yeah.
But it's the best. It's the best version of. Well, we live in the best version.
Let me tell you why it's flawed now, because we've gone to where you have these certain groups that feel just because they live and exist in this country that this country owes them everything. No, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. You don't see me, us as, we all have of our descent goes into Mexico. I'm assuming, right? For us three. I mean, isn't your parents Mexican?
Right.
Or
yeah, my mom's
Mexican, and I think your dad's Costa Rican, right? So,
no, he's not. From
Nicaragua.
Okay. So, but still, it dates back to Nicaragua. It dates back to Mexico, still Central America, right? Well, Mexico's North America, but still, just because your ancestors were persecuted, that doesn't mean that this country owes you the whole world. Like, you don't see the Mexicans saying, well, this land, Texas, was Mexico's. This was our land.
Right.
So therefore,
I think from Texas all the way to Oregon.
Yeah,
it was Mexico.
All the way to California.
Past California.
I can't remember the last Mexican or Hispanic descent that started this movement. Whoa, the government owes us this. They took our land, so you gotta give us a free house, free car, free money. No, your lazy ass gets up, get a job, pay your taxes. That's how our country was built. I mean, that's where it's flawed. That's the fundamental flaw in today's government.
Would you vote for someone just because they're fucking Hispanic or Mexican?
That happens all the time.
Would you? But you?
No.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I would
just because they're Mexican.
Just because they're Mexican, white, black, whatever. I'm not gonna vote you the color of your skin. That's called identity politics. I'm gonna vote for you based on what
on the policies and
on your promises, on your policies. Are you gonna hurt my paycheck? Are you gonna secure a good future for my children? Then yes, I'll vote for you. Other than that, no. And that's the reason we have an electoral college, because it's built for cities like New York not to dictate elections, because they have such a big population. L.A., Houston, Dallas. If it were up to us, if it goes by a popularity contest, yes, they could fucking make Carter be president. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason the electoral college is there to prevent that. People don't understand that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're thinking about abolishing or getting rid of the electoral college.
They're talking about it. But why do you think they're talking about it?
Joe Biden doesn't want that.
So what are they going to go based off of? The popular vote?
You see, but that's already been debated when the framers introduced that. It's like, okay, hey, we're going to have an electoral process. We're going to let the people elect their elected officials. So they're talking about, well, what if it's somebody that's popular but not necessarily fit for the job?
Mm-hmm. Kanye West?
Because Kanye West, perfect example.
Yeah, I mean, I like the guy. Honestly, I like the guy, but
I dislike the guy.
Yeah, dude. I think he's really he's an unlikable person.
Well, he is definitely mentally unstable.
Yeah. Well, at least he has his faith. You got to give him that. So I mean, you got to respect that.
I'm glad you brought up faith, because I have another question. Can religious beliefs affect scientific thinking? What do you think?
Religious beliefs affect scientific thinking?
Right. So, for example,
I don't think so.
So, for example, what I was going to say earlier was Carhartt mandating the vaccines for employees, but there are certain religious exemptions. So, if it is against your religion, you can be exempt from them mandating and forcing you basically to get the vaccine. Which I don't know if you guys are vaccinated. Are you vaccinated?
Oh, no.
You vaccinated?
This is placebo
effect. Natural immunity.
I have natural immunity too. I've had COVID
still
already.
Alive. I had it twice. My parents had it twice. My family pretty much had it twice. We're good. Mm-hmm. Thank God. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do believe in science, but I believe in God as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that.
A lot of people that do.
Yeah, because you can always ask, who the hell created science? Science just created itself out of nowhere. I mean, something had to start the whole universe, or the multiverse, or the whole.
They call it, the astronomers call it we're just a big accident. That's how they like to put a label on it. We're a big accident in the universe. Out of nowhere, we were just created. We were just a miracle, basically. But hey, I mean, they say God makes miracles, so. But I think that's an age-old debate, science versus religion. But a lot of the science does align with religion. I mean, religion. I don't think of a single religion that promotes homosexuality, for example, because we were built to reproduce. That's of faith.
There's no religion that promotes
it promotes to reproduce. Basically, hey, get married, have kids, continue generation. It's science.
It's science.
So a lot of it does align in. But of course, you have a certain crowd that just promotes you could be whatever you want to be. It's okay to be. If you're a man, it's okay to be a woman. If you're a woman, it's okay to be a man. But let's just face it, man. That's just not normal. It's not normal to explain to your kid why a female is going to go into the men's restroom. Hey, I thought this is boys only. You have to explain it to your child.
And
like that's not a normal society.
Man, see, look, the thing is, like, you don't want everybody to be the same. You know, you don't want everybody to think the same, but you want everybody to think differently. Which I don't got no problem with somebody pretending to be the opposite sex, whatever. Yeah, but don't force me to play to make believe with you. Don't force me to pretend that you are whatever you are biologically. Because if they believe in science, a lot of these transgenders, you know, they're not religious. You know. They're, you know, they're atheists or what have you, you know. But at the same time, they're like going against science. They're going against their own genetics. They're going against.
They're trying to say that men can be pregnant.
Right, which
that goes
obviously
against the science.
But I believe in probably in the near future, there's a mad scientist working on it right now, so that way a man can get pregnant. I think it's impossible, but I think there's somebody working on it right now. So that way men can get pregnant, like a surgery or some type of transfer from a female to a male. And so there's all kinds of shit nowadays.
God, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we're going to have a fucking transgender president, man.
Oh, absolutely. And did you guys hear about the
I think the country's reacting right now to what's going on. I mean, it's
Did you guys hear the Elon Musk Neuralink chip that he wants to start, I guess, developing? So basically, he wants to invent this Neuralink chip that he implants in your brain, and it can basically heal any part of your body. It can fix anything like damage to your brain. It can fix your blood pressure. You start to heal bruises faster and everything like that. And it makes you use more of your brain's capacity than, you know, averagely you can only use like 10%. So it basically makes you into like a perfect being. It
makes you fucking immortal in a way.
Not immortal, but like more of like an android. It makes you more advanced in a lot of different things.
They're just controlling you.
They have to take out a piece of your skull and implant the Neuralink chip. You know what I mean?
I know about that.
Yes, Elon Musk is already starting to develop it or starting to work on it. I'm not sure if it's going to be in our lifetimes, but future lifetimes. Have you seen that movie, Demolition Man, with Sylvester Stallone? I think it's Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, yeah. Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock, I believe, is in it. So how they have sex on there is they basically sit down in a chair, put this like device over their head, and then just sit there, and they get an orgasm with this machine that's controlling all of their feelings and all of their hormones and everything in their brain, and they get the same sensation, which is crazy because now you have Mark Zuckerberg. He introduced like the metaverse, which is a virtual reality universe. It's supposed to be like basically like how I'm thinking about it is
Player One?
Like Ready Player One. I don't know if you've seen that movie Ready Player One. It's a great fucking movie, dude.
Man, we gotta see that movie.
Yeah, so it's like a video game. But I'm not sure if they're gonna inherit the Google Maps, the 3D, like the whole world, the whole entire planet Earth, and it's gonna be inside the virtual reality, like a video game. And you put this device on your head, and you can basically meet people and do everything you can do in real life that you can do inside the metaverse. And Mark Zuckerberg is actually designing it. It's gonna be introduced very, very soon.
You ever seen Westworld?
No.
Oh,
that's kind of sounds similar to that a little bit.
But you gotta watch that. It's on HBO.
You've seen it already too? It's a good show.
It's mind bending.
Yeah.
Are they still making episodes?
Honestly, did you watch the last season?
Nah.
They go back. They go into the real world. Like they go out of the West world.
You can time travel on that show, right?
No,
you can't time travel.
It's not that type of show. It's about a theme park. A Western theme park that billionaires, millionaires, people have money go, basically, and they're androids, right? And they could basically do what they want to do. They could kill them, they could rape them, screw them, whatever you want to do. It's messed up. So
that's what the whole world since the beginning of time has been a bloodbath. Like if you look,
well, this whole metaverse is more like that. Reminds me of an episode of Black Mirror. Like we're heading into that direction. It's damaging.
It's very damaging. But the whole world is based on war and genocide and rape and killing and murdering the innocent to get people fighting over power and stuff. Like if you look back at the Hitler days in the 1920s and 30s, I believe it was I forgot which country it was. I want to say it was maybe the Ukraine. 60 million people starved to death. And they had to actually make posters, and they said, hey, it's not okay for you to eat your children. there's people starving to death because of the government was trying to be like a totalitarian government and trying to control. Which that reminds me of this movie I just watched. It was Injustice. It's on HBO Max. It just came out. It's about the DC, but it's based on the video game, kind of, sort of like that. So basically, a spoiler alert, guys. I don't know if you're going to spoil it for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and explain the movie, what it is. But Injustice.
Well, don't spoil it. I haven't seen it.
Oh man, I want to tell you about it, dude, because it's crazy what happens, dude.
What is it on HBO?
It's on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max. It just came out last year.
You never heard of it, man?
It just came out.
I haven't seen it.
It just came out last year. You played the video game though, right?
Injustice: Gods Among Us?
Yes.
Yeah, I played it a couple of times.
Right. You beat it though, right?
No, I didn't.
You haven't beat it? Wow, I'm surprised because you beat every game you play.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so I'm gonna explain the premise. I'm gonna connect what I'm trying to say. So Joker goes to Metropolis, and he basically plays like a huge. He calls it his best joke. He basically he blows up Metropolis, and he poisons Superman with this gas that makes him hallucinate, and he makes it look like what is that guy's name? Not Abomination, Doomsday. He makes it look like Superman's fighting Doomsday and Lois Lane.
Oh, they took that from fucking Marvel, man.
What?
That story.
What?
They did the same thing with Wolverine. That comic book is called Old Man Logan.
No shit.
Yeah.
So
what's that guy's name? That's on Spider-Man. He has like a boat. Like he makes you hallucinate. It starts with an M.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Mysterio or something?
Mysterio.
Yeah,
Mysterio.
he makes you hallucinate, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking Wolverine, he saw like all these enemies.
Oh,
he killed everybody in the X-Men.
Okay. Yeah. So Superman thinks he's fighting Doomsday, and it's actually Lois Lane, and she's pregnant. And he takes her to outer space.
Oh, shit.
And the Joker attached a bomb to her heart that whenever her heart stops, Metropolis blows up. So fucking
well, in the game, I think Superman kills the Joker.
Yeah, and
Batman trying to stop him.
So fucking
Batman would do some pussy shit like that.
Batman's a pussy on this movie. So Batman takes Joker back to Gotham and hides him.
Yeah, but Batman has a code. Remember?
Yeah, he does have a code.
He just has a code.
Superman fucking kills the Joker. Boom, punches him right through his fucking gut. Right through him. Just fucking destroys him. And then Superman starts this like tyranny. Like he starts enforcing all these laws. If you do anything like murder or drugs or anything, he fucking kills you. He starts killing people left and right. He goes to a party in Gotham City, and these people are like praising the Joker, like having a party in his name. He fucking just murders everybody, and it's only him and Wonder Woman. And they build this android, Ra's al Ghul. He makes his android that's like can compete with Superman, and he puts him in Smallville, and basically this guy fucking threw a damn a paper into the trash can, but it fell out. So he basically littered, and that fucking android just killed the guy for littering, and then he fucking kills.
Holy shit! Yes, that sounds really fucking interesting.
It's crazy, dude. It's a great fucking movie.
Is it a cartoon?
Rated R. Yeah,
I've been watching the Long Halloween.
And the only way they can beat Superman is if they go to another universe and get another Superman.
That's like some
so the Superman
adult shit.
Yeah, it's very adult. They even had a chance to kill Superman. Adam, the small guys like Ant-Man, he goes into Superman's brain with a little shard of kryptonite, and he has a chance to kill him, but fucking Batman, no, don't kill him. It's not part of our, we don't want to be like him. Like, bro, you have a chance to kill Superman. Because basically Superman can beat all the Justice League, and the Justice League
except for Batman.
Even Batman.
Well, you haven't.
He has plans in place.
Dark Knight Returns?
Huh?
Have you seen the Dark Knight Returns?
Yes.
It shows you how Batman beat the shit out of Superman.
The Dark Knight Returns.
Him. Batman has always been smarter than Superman.
Well, yeah, he outsmarts him. He has plans in place to beat anybody.
Have you, like that one movie? Have you seen Justice League Doom?
No.
You haven't seen Justice League Doom?
Wait. Is that on? Yeah. I think
That's where Batman had a plan. He had plans on how to, just in case anybody Justice League turns evil. Mm-hmm. He has plans. How to combat
on everybody.
Them.
On everybody.
And I think it was Lex Luthor that hacked into his computer and took those plans and used it against him. So Batman, being a badass, like they all got offended, like what the fuck? And towards the end, I don't know if you've seen the movie. But
I have, but it's been a couple of years.
The movie, the Justice League was like, what the hell? Like, like you're one of us. Like,
just
in case.
Just in case.
You guys ever turn against humanity.
Right.
I had a backup plan. Batman just being a G.
Yeah.
Like that was a badass fucking movie.
So what I was trying to say is that, man, these movies, they make so many like subliminal messages and stuff like that. Like, man, dude, they can actually start doing some shit, like take some type of martial law shit like that. Like they want to take away guns and shit like that. Superman wanted to take away guns in that fucking movie. Take away all the guns.
But I think people like in this country, I think the most of the population, I don't think they want a totalitarian government. You know, they don't want a tyranny. Even if whether you're a diehard liberal or a conservative, I don't think you want to be told what to do. You know, I don't think you want to be told that you got to drive this type of car, you got to eat this type of food, you got to dress a certain way, you can't say this in public. Nobody likes that, and that's how our government is built. That's how our constitution is built. Is freedom from a tyranny, and the way our government is formed is, you know what, people forget this a lot, guys. I mean, people think we have a democracy. We're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. So it's two different things. You know, we have checks and balances. Mm-hmm. You cannot take away the First Amendment. You cannot take away the Second Amendment just because you don't like it. There's a reason why the Second Amendment, like you mentioned, take away our guns. There's a reason why it's the Second Amendment. It's not number 10. It's not number 8. It's not number 15. It's number 2 for a reason, because what the framers went through and it's there. People don't like to talk about this, but it's not the reason to defend yourself, the right to defend yourself, or the right to carry.
It's the right to overthrow a tyrannical government.
To keep the government in check. Hey, just in case you want to push your boundaries. But see,
the government has no power. It's the people.
Exactly.
It's the military. Power. The military were once citizens. You think the military would actually come after and kill their own family and kill? They won't. You know,
Joe Biden. I'm sorry, but the guy's a piece of shit.
There's people that will. There's certain people in the military that will carry out every single order. Don't get me wrong.
They some people in the military will deem it as patriotic, but a true patriot, the definition of a patriot essentially means standing up to a tyranny. That's what a patriot is. Mm-hmm. Not only having pride for your country, but the Pilgrims. I want to say the Pilgrims, but people forget that the Revolutionary War was fought by nothing but freaking farmers with their pitchforks, basically. You know, it was militia. You know, they stood against an empire that stood for centuries in power.
So do you think that the technology is advancing so much every single day, every year?
Yeah,
it's advancing. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good and bad thing. I mean, but again, big tech has gotten so much power, like the power to censor you, the power to
I got another question too.
You know, elections. I mean,
what do you think is the biggest violation of privacy?
For fucking social media.
Well, social media only can violate your privacy. They collect your data, but people voluntarily put their lives on social media. Oh, I'm here. I got. You know, I'm doing this. I'm doing drugs. But people voluntarily do that.
Terms
shit.
and conditions too.
Right.
When you sign up.
And nobody reads
them because they're paragraphs, they're pages upon pages. And
so do you like that you can be talking about something or whatever like that? You need me to pause it? So do you like that you could be talking about something or whatever and then it pops up on your phone? Do y'all like that or no? Because you know there's
I don't like that.
What the fuck that got to do with me?
They're spying. They're spying on us, dude.
So that's the reason why
all of our phones have cameras. All of our phones have microphones. All of our phones have GPS.
Remember Edward Snowden? You know about that, right?
Right.
You know about Edward Snowden? He exposed the government that they spy on you.
That's a good movie too.
They have a freaking Google style search where, let's just say someone says "fuck George Bush," "fuck whatever."
No. I want to assassinate or someone like that.
Yeah. They just gotta put keyword "kill George Bush." Boom. This person saying this.
It flags them and it gets you on a list, and they watch you.
So obviously,
China's already starting to have the facial recognition on every street.
China, say what you say about China, man, but China obviously is a communist country.
Right.
They got their people in check.
Yeah, but that's not good.
That's not good, but they're a powerhouse. I mean, they're literally. Seriously, we're the laughing stock right now under this president. In my opinion, he's a piece of shit. He's an old fool. He needs to be impeached because he is not mentally fit to run the fucking country. He's the leader of the free world, but China is laughing at us. Russia doesn't respect us. Fucking Mexico doesn't respect us no more. Mm-hmm. I mean, they straight up told us, "Oh, you don't have the right to go and hunt El Chapo's sons. You guys don't have no jurisdiction." You think they would say that to Trump? You know,
yeah, Joe Biden's a fucking cheerleader.
You have North Korea shooting nuclear missiles already, testing. Under Trump, he didn't. So the point I'm trying to say is, China, Cali, man, they have their people in line, but that's not good. This nation, dude, a united country is a powerful country. We did it in World War II. The whole country united. Whether they set the political differences aside, you had 16, 17, 18-year-olds storming the beaches of Normandy in France. You know, and all these little pansies, pronoun faggots. I'm sorry to say it, but
can't just censor that one out.
You're claiming about your rights, voter suppression. Don't even get me started. You getting offended by words, but you will never be even a quarter of the men that these men wore. You want to call them racists? These people that fought for you to be here, the right for you to even express your views. I mean, you're not proud of being American. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, why don't you go to China and try to do that? See how long you last. Go to Mexico. See how long you last. Go to Russia. Speak out against the government of Putin over there. See how long you last. You know, it's just a fucking reality. I mean,
have y'all seen that? The whenever George Bush Senior, have y'all seen the funeral? The secret envelopes. You haven't seen that video, man?
No,
it's fucked up.
What happened?
It's they have like this fucking binder, right? They're passing around, and fucking George Bush, the fucking son, he's standing next to Hillary Clinton, right? And this lady gives George Bush the binder. He opens it up, and he like makes a face like he's like kind of like smiling a little bit at first. Mm-hmm. And then he looks at it and just like makes it like a face like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? He does this to Hillary and she looks at it, she's like.
So what's in that binder?
Wow. I don't know, but the conspiracy behind that is it was a fucking setup. They probably
George H. Bush?
They probably fucked him up.
Well, he's an old man, dude.
I don't know what was in that binder, but it definitely makes you raise a fucking eyebrow.
George H. Bush and George W. Bush are both Republican conservatives.
Whenever you're bored, yeah, look that shit up, dude. It's fucking crazy.
But you see that
the secret envelope.
Gabe said something earlier, like about our system. It's pretty much corrupt. I mean, and people don't like to hear this, but I think you guys agree. I mean, Donald Trump wasn't a politician. We all know that. If you look at it now, all Trump did was expose how fucked up the system is. You know, all he did was see, this is what happens. All Trump showed you, this is what happens whenever the government, the elected officials don't like who wins the presidency. People don't like to be exposed. The government has become too powerful. They've become there's traditions of Washington. Trump even said it, like, I don't follow the traditional rules, the unofficial traditional rules of Washington. He went by, hey, he did everything legally. That's not our constitution. Anybody could be president. But if you don't have the money and the funds, you can't be president.
He talks a lot of shit, man, and people don't like that. No, people don't want a president that's like, fuck you, I'm the president. Do your job, I'm gonna do my job. Get the fuck out of here. Shit. Donald Trump is like that. But not everybody. People are like, I want a president like that.
But in our past, we had great leaders like that in the past. Back then, it was expected of that.
It doesn't bother me though. I mean,
you think Abraham Lincoln?
Sensitive people.
You think Abraham Lincoln was rich? He was born to rich? Hell no, he wasn't. He walked to school barefooted as a kid. You know, these great men that shaped the country where we are today, we don't get them like that no more. Up until Trump.
All I know is this, man.
You know, Trump was a billionaire, but he's a businessman.
I'm not really into politics like that, but this is a fucking fact. When Donald Trump was sitting in that fucking chair, we were getting fucking money.
That we had a good economy.
We were getting fucking money with him.
You guys, if you guys are happy paying for your gas that you're paying for right now, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Groceries are fucking going sky high, dude.
Like it's ridiculous how much we're paying. Yeah. I mean, it's. I think, but we're talking about these conspiracy metaverses, and I think I'm very optimistic. I think that the country's reacting because Joe Biden's approval ratings are at all-time low, even among his own party. Back then, the Democratic Party, they had moderate conservatives. There was room for conservative views in the Democratic Party. Nowadays, if you don't agree with the transgenderism, if you don't agree with the Green Deal, going all electric, all green earth bullshit, you're not going to be part of this party. You have people already jumping into the Republican Party, which is only going to help in the midterm elections. I mean, which that's another topic. But I think... even CNN is pretty much reporting the bad shit that Joe Biden's doing. He's just a terrible job. Don't even mention Kamala Harris. All she says, she has that evil witch laugh, and all she says is, I am the VP because I am the VP. Like, bitch, you ain't fucking earn it. Shut the fuck up. You just there because of the color of your skin, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Nobody can answer me a question. What has Joe Biden done for you? What has Kamala Harris done for you? Nobody can answer me a single question. She makes me feel good by her words. Well, fuck you. You know, that's a big fuck you to everybody. Like, how can you not be? I'm actually scared. I mean, if China and Russia were to invade us, I mean, China already surpassed in the Navy forces, in the naval forces. They already surpassed us. We all know that. I don't know if you guys know that, but they had the biggest naval fleet in the world. We're no longer the number one naval fleet in the world. And then you have this fucking idiot telling the Navy SEALs are elite. If you don't get vaccinated, you're going to lose your job. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I don't know. How old is Kamala Harris?
I don't know, but that bitch is fucking old enough to look like a fucking goddamn witch.
No, I'm asking because she made a remark.
And I hope you listen to this. Fuck you. You fucking tyrant bitch. Cancel me.
She's in her 50s or 60s? Like, how old is she?
I don't know. I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Because she said... she made a stupid-ass fucking comment saying, oh, yeah, I used to listen to Biggie Smalls and Snoop Dogg back in college.
I heard about that.
She's 57?
57.
So Biggie Smalls died in fucking 97, right?
Tupac died in 96.
So, 20...
When the fuck did she go to college?
She probably was in college.
Whenever he was alive, you think?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's possible.
No, they actually... I think that they disproved her. Like it wasn't accurate. Like, you're right.
Yeah, I don't think that's accurate,
it was on Fox News.
Yeah.
Well, you can go back 30 years ago. She was 27. So you can be in college.
They weren't even around.
Tupac died 30 years ago?
No, before he died. Biggie started rapping back in the 92, 93.
They all started in the 90s, bro.
Yeah,
like 1990, 1991, maybe.
Yeah, 1990.
Yeah, but fucking Biggie Smalls, he was popular from what, 90 fucking 5 to 97? No, like a 2 year span?
I think 93. I think 93, 94. I'm not sure. I had to be more than 2 years. I had to be more than 2 years.
I don't think so, man.
But this is my thing.
Me Against the World, he wasn't even that popular back then.
But Kamala Harris.
Biggie.
Biggie? Like Ready to Die?
I think Kamala, that did good, but before that.
But I think Kamala Harris is trying to appeal, obviously, to the African American crowd, but she don't. I think she's trying to seem herself like I am a black woman after all, but you don't show it. Like, you fucking locked up a shitload of black people as a fucking judge.
Yeah, for weed and shit like that.
Whatever, stupid shit like that. Minimal.
Selling weed California, and shit like that. Yeah.
But yet, you want to say that you represent the black community, but you're not showing it. You're not getting them out of poverty. You're not getting them out of welfare. So I think a good leader, they get you out of that situation, and they get you a job. They teach you how to face the world and get a college education. And it's not just by throwing money at them, because it's like you raising your kid. Hey, here's $1,000 a week. What are you teaching them? You teaching them how to pay bills? You teaching them responsibilities? You teaching them how to drive? Teaching them, hey, you're gonna work and you're gonna go to school? You're not preparing them for the future. And that's exactly what welfare does. Welfare keeps you impoverished. It's like the government tells you, hey, here's my money. vote for me and do what I say.
Well,
or else
Texas,
you're not gonna get this money.
Texas stopped giving out unemployment too.
Yeah, everybody was pissed. My siblings were pissed. I'm like, well, good. Get a fucking job.
Yeah, get your job. Yeah.
Get you a fucking job. Stop being lazy. You're fucking gaining weight day by day. It's real talk.
Yeah.
We have so many flaws in our government. It's ridiculous, man. But guess who pays for that? All that. Guess who pays for the welfare programs? We do.
Yep.
Because look at your paycheck. How much the government takes away from your paycheck?
A quarter.
Under Trump?
A quarter.
Oh, man, I was bonusing.
No taxes. Shit. Yeah.
Social Security, Medicare, and your federal income tax. And a lot of states have a state income tax too. So thank God we live in Texas.
We don't have state income tax. But unless Texas go blue like these fucking people
it almost did. I mean, I don't know. It's like 45%.
Well, you have all these people coming from California, New York.
55%.
I don't want them here, and the reason I don't want them here is because you're gonna bring your voting waste. Your kids are gonna bring their voting waste.
They left their liberal states because they don't like it no more. They don't like not being able to go anywhere, to the fucking movies, to this goddamn store. You know what I mean?
I wish
everything
in an
got shut down.
universe, Texas has the right to secede. I say Texas secedes.
Texas is the greatest nation.
Fuck.
All right, guys. Well, we got to wrap it up. Y'all got any final thoughts? Anything else you want to say? Anything else you got to get off your chest?
That's pretty much it. Sorry, but not sorry for expressing my views. But
nah, man, don't ever apologize.
Joe Biden, anybody that takes offense to what we just said, Joe Biden, if you listen to me, fuck you, you fucking old timer bitch. Fuck
off.
He's listening. Get the fuck out of that presidency.
I'm sure he's 100% listening.
Trump 2024. Remember, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go,
right. Brandon.
All right, boys. Peace out. Thank y'all guys for coming by. I appreciate y'all for watching. Till next time.